how do you feel about Hitman, directed by Richard Linklater?
Everybody's favorite Texan, except Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson, people like him much more.
So, Hitman is about a professor who turns
A
to,
philosophy professor.
yes, he was talking about Nietzsche in the very beginning. I was like, that's my guy, bro.
I just found out that Nietzsche and I share birthdays, October
Really?
15th.
Wow. You're in good
Yes.
company.
He's like the only cool person I share a birthday with. Everyone else is lame.
I almost share a birthday with Bob Dylan. I'm one day away.
Damn. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool that you're close.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue with your synopsis.
Yeah. So it's about a professor who turns to become a fake hitman.
For the police in Louisiana.
So they basically do these little sting operations where he dresses up in funny clothes and has a funny accent and kind of creates a stereotype of what a hitman is.
Yeah, and he gets them on audio recording, incriminating themselves and
Yeah.
trapping them.
And then one of those people who's trying to put a hit out is a very beautiful woman named Madison.
Mm-hmm.
Then he kind of has to assume the identity with her through their little romance.
Hitman.
And that's it,
That's
man.
the general premise, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets a little steamy, kind
Mm-hmm.
of shifts genres as it goes along, and it stars Glen Powell, who's hot stuff right now.
Mm-hmm. I saw him in Anyone But You, which I thought was a pretty trashy rom-com, but I actually enjoyed it.
Oh, really?
It was a great airplane movie.
Nice.
Um, what did you think of Hitman? I mean, this was on your top. You were really excited for this one.
Yeah, I watched this a couple days ago on Netflix because yeah, this movie didn't get a theatrical release at all, as far as I could tell.
Well, slightly that I saw it playing at an Alamo Draft House, but limited release.
Hmm. And I would say I was a little let down by it, but also I thought it was pretty fun, and I thought it was a solid like three out of five kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
It felt very much like a Netflix movie to me,
Mm-hmm.
just the vibe of it, which is interesting because I guess this movie wasn't initially designed to be a Netflix movie. It was like it played at festivals and then got a good buzz, and then Netflix acquired it.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like a movie that just like it's like a full Netflix movie from start to finish. I don't know, just the vibe of it.
Yeah.
Very rom-commy, and also yeah, the comedy of it is very broad, and yeah, him doing all the goofy characters is kind of dumb, but
Yeah.
kind of fun as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the chemistry between him and the main lady, the actress is named Adria Arjana, or I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce her name. I really liked her. I thought they had great chemistry with each other. So once like she gets introduced in the movie, I feel like the movie picks up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this movie has like a lot of like lame kind of first person narration from Glenn Powell's character, which was like kind of a turn off for me. It's like this is kind of lame. And he's like playing like this dweeby character that suddenly can like become a chameleon
Yeah.
somehow and like suddenly knows how to be well dressed, even though like he's like dressed like a schlubby dweeb for the first chunk of the movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got some weird stuff going on, but there's also some great scenes, and yeah, the chemistry between the two leads I think is legit. So I still had
Mm-hmm.
a good time, and I was entertained from start to finish. So,
There you go.
but I was expecting a little bit more from Linklater, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I was not expecting this to be such a straightforward rom-com because we also had The Killer come out on Netflix last year, also a movie about a hitman.
Directed by David Fincher.
Yeah, much more dramatic. I don't know, like I just couldn't get that association out of my head, so I was like, "Oh, maybe this will be like The Killer." It's nothing like The Killer.
I mean, the main characters are both kind of sociopaths in different ways.
Yeah, and there's some first person voiceover narration.
Yeah. The narration's a lot better in The Killer, though. I feel like it works a lot better for that movie.
Yeah, I was really disappointed by this. I thought it was to me, it just felt like an audition tape for Glen Powell. It was like, look at all the different wacky characters and voices that I can put on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like wasn't really buying it. Although I do like this guy, Glen Powell. I think that he's got a lot of promise as, kind of a leading man going into the future. But
Yeah, he also co-wrote this movie with Linklater, so that's
yeah,
interesting. So he was very involved with it.
yeah, I mean, it shows too, right? It's like he really put his heart and soul into this movie and like really wanted to kind of show off his range. You just see him looking at the article and be like, "Dude, this would be so great. I can like play a Russian guy
A weird guy with freckles.
and I can be the hot guy and I can be a dweeby professor like you said." Like so, I don't know. I was like kind of zoning out with this one, honestly. It
Hmm.
didn't get my attention. What's it about though? I mean, it's just about how people play roles in life or something
Yeah, it does
and
seem like it's playing with some philosophical ideas, like because
hmm
there's like a good amount of scenes of him teaching philosophy to his students, and
hmm
those seem to be like kind of like connecting to the themes of the movie, the idea of like if you can like change who you are kind of thing, and
hmm
also justification of like murder and stuff.
yeah.
And that stuff kind of reminded me of Linklater because you think of like Waking Life as a very philosophical movie, and
hmm
so like it is playing with some philosophy stuff that was kind of interesting, but felt like it didn't lean into that enough or felt a little out of place with the vibe maybe.
This just feels like very confused because you've got this philosophy stuff and then it's just like a straight up rom-com and it's just that classic. I saw somebody write on Letterboxd that it's basically Glen Powell's like, if I take off my glasses and let my hair down, I'm a hot person,
Yeah.
type movie. Like, or it's like if I put on a button-up shirt and get some nice sunglasses that I will be hot.
Or just like not be wearing Jeffrey Dahmer glasses and
Yeah.
yeah, style your hair a little differently.
Yeah.
Richard Linklater, he'll just put out some mid movies.
hmm
Sometimes he'll do like something really interesting and artsy that I really like. Sometimes he'll just put out just like a normal ass movie, and this kind of fits into that normal ass movie territory.
hmm
I was expecting it to be more interesting just because of the buzz at like film festivals last year and stuff, and also yeah, the Killer connection. I was like, ooh, Richard Linklater's version of the Killer. That sounds cool, but
Yeah.
it isn't that.